Thanks everyone for being here today. I'd like to thank all the elected officials for being here in support of this project. It's hard to believe, but we just broke ground for this project October 1st last fall. So in less than a year, we have this great cloverleaf that is just really a huge help to traffic flow through our city, through arguably the most congested part of the city. I'd like to go back in time just a little bit. I'd like to thank former Mayor Jonathan Weinzapfel. Mayor Weinzapfel was in office when the state first threw out the idea of taking the two lights off of the Lloyd Expressway and putting them on US 41. Everyone knows that the last thing US 41 needs is two more stoplights. So Mayor Weinzapfel was critical in stopping that project from going forward. And I talked to him yesterday. We reminisced about those discussions with INDOT. They were frank, professional discussions, and because he stepped forward and said no, and everyone else in local government had the same message, we spoke with a unified voice. INDOT listened to us, and just a short time later, we were able to break ground on what we're about to unveil now. This is a little over $19 million project that has been performed with great professionalism by the folks at Ragle. I'd like to thank Jason and his team. They have been so accommodating. They made special arrangements during the Shriners Fest when the Blue Angels were bringing big traffic into the downtown. They made special construction accommodations just to make sure traffic flowed as evenly and smoothly as possible. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Deputy INDOT Commissioner Rusty Fowler, who has a few words before we do the great unveil. Rusty?
So I brought notes, so I didn't forget anyone. I get the joy of celebrating two things today. Today's my 26th wedding anniversary. That's one. So shout out to my wife Tracy for that. And two, I get to share today with you all as a milestone on this US 41 Lloyd Expressway interchange. Thanks to the members of the public that are here, elected officials, members of the industry, and as well staff that have helped us out. So again, the mayor already told you who I am. I'm the District Deputy Commissioner of the Vincennes District of INDOT, southwestern part of the state. My name's Rusty Fowler. So a few years ago, Mayor Winnecke and INDOT really partnered to define this project, and ended up on a unified vision. You know, we had suggested some other things, and the mayor said, hey, you know, I don't know if that really works for us. Let's talk. And so we came in and started to define that vision. And that vision really was to provide a full cloverleaf concept. It was to improve free flow on the Lloyd by removing a couple of signals. Also, there was some discussion there about, hey, we don't want to add any more signals onto 41. And so point well taken there. Obviously, we're going to enhance pedestrian movement. Some of you already been up on the pedestrian bridge today. I talked to a few of you about that. And then we want to improve the safety of the motoring public. So I think our design consultant, Beam belongs to Neff, and our project manager, Kimberly Peters, who's over here, did a good job of meeting that vision. As the mayor mentioned, this thing was let last September, okay? And we stood right out here last October 1st and did a groundbreaking. And literally the dirt was moving as we walked off from the groundbreaking ceremony, right? So it actually started that day. So it was awarded to Ragle $19.1 million, as the mayor already mentioned. Think about this, work began on October 1st and we're sitting here today saying, look, we're substantially complete. Right, then we're open to traffic. Pretty phenomenal, and I think everybody that had a hand in the project deserves a hand for that. So absolutely incredible. So a few things just to say thank you. Thank you to Mayor Winnecke for the positive partnership. His vision was key to making this happen. I'd like to extend thanks to all of our local partners, the other members of the city that were involved in those discussions. Steve Schaefer and the MPO was also involved in some of those discussions as well. Our design staff for their hard work. Ragle Incorporated, Sam and Jason and all of their staff for their hard work. Last but not least, I do want to mention our construction folks, because oftentimes we don't get to mention those folks, and I want to make sure I recognize them. I know our construction director is not here today. Bart Mueller is our construction director. Area engineer Kurt Schum is here. He's in the back. He's hiding in the back. project engineer Patrick Craig is over here. And there were many support staff, Bobby Kirchgessner, Wade Ivers, Terry Font, and some of those guys are here too, Adam Rudell. Without the tireless efforts of those folks, it just wouldn't have happened. And so it takes a good team to make something like this come together. And from the local end all the way to through the project development and into construction, this is a great example of that. So thanks for joining with us today. I really appreciate everybody coming out. And thanks to everybody that had a hand in the project, and be safe in your travels. So I think we're going to do an unveiling here.
Okay. I would like to add one thing. They are substantially complete, but as Jason reminded me just a little earlier, they will be putting some finishing touches on in the last week before the contract is complete. So a reminder to the motoring public to be safe through the construction zone. So Jason, would you like to, we need to come up here. We're going to do a little countdown. Is everyone ready? Okay, we're going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.